Call the meeting to order. Kathy Lee, could you please take the roll?
Yeah, Arbaugh present. Haley, Billy,
Yep. Here.
David,
Here.
Eric, Split,
Here.
Robita,
Here.
and Willett.
Present.
Cool.
Excellent. We have a quorum. Go right down to approval of tonight's agenda.
I'll approve
A
that.
second.
Motion by Kathy Lee, second by Sarah to approve tonight's agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of past minutes.
Did we have any? Because there wasn't.
No, there was none.
No.
Because we didn't have a meeting in October. So we don't have to take any action on that.
Okay.
Acceptance of the financial report.
It hasn't changed.
It hasn't
It has not changed. We paid out
For the Eagle.
for that Eagle Scout project, and we will be getting another. Dave, do you remember if it's 2,000 or 1,000?
I knew you were gonna ask me that.
Well,
I got nothing right now.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
we normally get 1,000. For some reason, I'm thinking this year it's 2,000, but let's just, I'll
burning
check
down
on
the
it.
house.
Yeah.
And where are the
That's
funds
great.
coming from, John?
it's the city budget,
Oh, excellent.
yeah.
Well, let's hope for two.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's all cross our
sure,
fingers.
absolutely.
Surprise.
So do we
Make a
have,
motion to accept.
okay,
Oh, Robita.
Terry,
Second it.
okay, motion by Terry, second by Billy to accept the financial report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments. It's your chance, Tom, okay. So we can go down to certificate of appropriateness applications. Is there a reason we would like to change the order and go to?
I would
two-
motion that we do, then Tom
Okay.
can get out of here.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's a good idea, okay. Motion by Sarah,
I'll second.
second by Terry to just change the order and put 230 Watson Street up to A and take 210 Watson to D. Any discussion on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, John.
So, we can go.
Oh, we haven't been together for a while.
Yeah, I guess everybody's
The light.
It's because it's easier.
So tonight, the first one for a certificate of appropriateness is 230 Watson Street, which, as everybody probably knows, is the old American House building.
So happy.
Yes. And if you want me to, I can read the project description, or we can just go by what is written. And if Mr. Tom Rogers would like to say anything about the project, he's here tonight.
I'd be happy to answer any questions with,
Okay.
Could you just give us a little summary?
in what way?
What's your,
Yeah, just your
Plans.
vision, you know,
Oh,
we haven't
okay.
heard that from the horse's mouth. I think it would be fun for the group to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, we're planning on having 5 3-bedroom condos and 6 2-bedroom condos here. The back, you know, we have 2 stories in front and 1 story behind, and that's all buried. We're gonna have a walkway, enclosed walkway from the building, the original building, back to a garage, 20-stall garage. There's gonna be 20 up above, and then we have handicap coming off of Boston Street going into the side. So, and the walkway will be at that level.
so is that in here, your parking?
I have no idea. I have so many of those.
I was just curious.
Next week, we
if it
have
was-
another sheet. with
Yeah.
So is it off of
This one.
Branson?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's the 2 handicaps in there. And they, when their level is done, they will have a ramp that goes up, turn around, come back, and then goes into that tunnel.
It's so refreshingly beautiful and lit and exciting.
So this is going to be, you know, it's a difficult thing because of the fact that right now, when you start taking a building like this, and Terry, Actually, the city did me a big favor. You know, good. I'm gonna tell you what,
Isn't surprised.
well, you know, it's a city.
Yeah. Portrait.
But I had a condo in Florida that had the mold situation. And when they went in, to clean it up, they took all our personal belongings, TV sets, everything out, threw it away. And then they took all the drywall out, and then they encapsulated all the 2x4s for the room. So when they went back, which there they had state approval on and all that, they covered it with drywall and redid the inside. Well, I thought that's what we're gonna get here, that they would just take the mold off and encapsulate and leave it the way it is, so I'd have the cost of tearing out all the 2x4s. Well, they took, if you walk in that building right now, it's an empty shell.
Wow.
There's nothing but concrete and old windows, which are gonna get replaced too.
That's a few
But-
hours of man time.
Well, it did, but that was
Holy
part of the cost that the city approved within, our budget. The roof was the opposite thing, the roof ended up,
Oh,
about 20% of it, we had the joists, all the water went in, it compromised the ability of the strength of the studs, or the joists up above, we had to take those out. Our roofing person, Lopez out of Fond du Lac, had it just all done, ready to go until we found that we had a mess there. And as I told Billy earlier, on the first floor, there's 6 or 8 2x10s that hold up the upstairs part. And that has been added to so many times and changed.
Second floor?
No, everything. I mean, there was many different uses from 1904 when it was built today. But with that, they're supposed to be like that, holding up. These are tilted and they're rotted.
Oh my goodness.
So now we're having to put steel beams in there to reinforce it. I mean, that's the kind of things that you find in this type of building. So anyway, we're replacing all that, that's looking good. The front will not be the looks of 1850 with the Opera House, because it did not match. When you put the windows on top, and then you put the rounded one down, the look of the building just
They didn't line
wasn't
up
appealing at all.
Oh.
So we went to the square windows just to match the upper front. So, I mean, that's part, things have changed a little bit, the green space in between the building and Troy Farrell's buildings,
Yeah.
that we're gonna trim it down, get a flat surface, and concrete it in for a service for people that have picnic tables,
Oh.
whatever out there.
So not exclusively for these people, but,
It will be exclusively,
Okay.
it should be, there'll be a fence around there, but
I got it.
in the front, there has to have a handicap way
access.
to get into it. So
All right.
we're doing as best we can. We hope that, we don't.
Sometimes it's scary when you put access like that to
Yeah, well-
everybody, so.
Yeah, the big item we have is we don't want people in there partying
Right.
at night because the condo owners will be right next door, that type of thing.
Noisy.
But any other questions on that? Like you said, we're gonna have the garages coming off of Ransom Street on the 20 parking lots up above. So nobody has to walk out in snow, water, rain, anything else. We'll go right in.
So will you have enough parking in there to do public parking? Or
No,
will it
no,
just cover your
that-
people?
just for the condos, just for
Okay.
the condos.
I was just curious.
No.
We do need some parking
Well,
downtown.
actually, if you want to get on that story, nobody's worked on a map series to go and show new people in the town where they can park. The parking lots are all behind, but nobody knows how to get to them.
No, the
So the Main
graphics are
Street,
missing.
I mean,
They're also redoing the parking, like behind the one off of Ransom. They're now they're making more permit parking
Oh,
Oh,
they're-
behind
they're-
barrels?
Sure.
Oh.
behind us and everything, because they got new signs, they put new posts and they're gonna be in. The guy was telling my wife that they're going to be redoing. a
The
bunch
town
of
wouldn't
them.
know, but we've been talking for months about how we could try to get up like you just said, parking, where do you go, and we didn't know.
Signage.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
trying to
think our
work on a
signage
place
in
with
town
signage.
No, there's none there.
It's
There's none
pathetic.
there.
We thought maybe like a post like in Green Lake, you see this
But-
way, totem poles, just,
Yeah.
we had all
But
kinds of.
isn't the city's responsibility?
Yeah,
I'm gonna put a little opinion. And the opinion, everybody has one, so don't pay attention to it if you don't want to. But we have two organizations. We have Chamber and we have Ripon Main Street.
right.
Somebody has to put a light under their little butts and get that thing going so that when you come downtown, parking
Yes,
this way,
I
parking
agree.
that way.
Boy,
Yeah.
1,000 times we've tried with
We
it.
thought
Yeah.
right on the
Right.
corner out here, right out here, direction.
Yeah, I mean, it should, it
Not
has-
only there, we talked about it in all different areas
Coming
of
up
the
the
city.
hill.
Yeah.
Coming up the hill, maybe
Sure.
even out on the end of town coming in.
The directory, that shows the downtown, does that show?
No.
See, I think on that directory should show
For
where.
one thing, you would know where the directory is.
Right,
It's down there, and it's not how you
the
come in
directory should also
necessarily.
show where the parking is, if people come in
Well, I'm
for
on
the
the Main
morning.
Street Board, I can add it to our agenda for our next meeting and see if we have enough people to hold hands and start something.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I think I have more faith in Main Street than I do in the Chamber.
I, tell you the truth, well, I'm gonna leave my opinion right where it belongs.
Yeah, but everyone's opinion aside, it's just a fundamental need of our growing downtown.
Absolutely,
That's it.
absolutely.
Totally.
If-
What you're saying about Ripon Main Street, that's more localized on Watson Street versus the
Yes.
Chamber.
Right.
I'm not saying,
Yeah,
you're
the
not saying
Chamber
anything
takes
bad.
care of
The
20.
Chamber is
and
Highway
Main Street does
23,
the-
the whole
Agreed,
thing.
I think we're more of
So,
a,
yeah, I think
an
the place to
efficient-
start would be
yeah,
Ripon Main
and I can
Street.
just ask Craig to add it to our next agenda and see if we can get some momentum, but I think it's.
I
it's
would appreciate if you
important.
push that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see what we
I
can.
wonder what, I mean, we aren't privy to what goes on, so it'd be cool if you could tell us, what is the holdup? Is it dollars, or is it agreement on the kind of sign, or what is it?
I've been on the Main Street Board for about a year, and parking hasn't ever been brought up as a topic with the
Really?
Main Street. It's
Well,
just never been a priority
Right
on our
now, with
agenda.
the amount, if you go down Main Street every day from 11 to 3, there's no parking spots.
Right.
Basically,
You-
Mondays.
If you sit out, like,
Yeah, Mondays.
sit outside our shop, you sit there and you can count the car that went by 4 or 5 times because they
Yes.
keep circling.
But then they hit
because
the
they're looking
one-way
for-
street, it's confusing.
But
It's
to-
just-
they're
but to
looking
be
for a place
honest,
to park.
A lot of us who have buildings downtown are the biggest offenders.
Oh, because
Well-
you don't use your back.
Or not everybody has a back. So
I
as an
see.
example, I've got 5 employees at my shop right now, we're setting up for Christmas, everybody's parked in a parking spot. So the chief of police came in and spoke to us and said, hey, listen, everybody, just be thoughtful about it. So now my crew now parks over by the dance studio behind Reds in that
Oh,
parking lot.
sure.
Oh,
The Blackburn Street one.
right.
But if I didn't enforce it, we'd take up 4 parking spots a day. That's
That's
not good
curious.
business.
Yeah.
So I think it's just all of us self-monitoring as well.
Even us, we know
Yep.
where to park. We shouldn't use those spots.
Yep.
But gosh, I'm lazy.
I think it's just human nature, you know?
Yeah,
So,
The
definitely.
city owns a corner down here, and that's just like a little bit of a green space. They could, behind the pizza place, that whole spot could
Yeah,
be,
yes.
oh.
that could be added for
But
more
again,
parking.
I mean, right now, with
Budget.
the improvements of the apartments downtown,
Yeah,
they are getting the spots to park, they pay for this, to the city to have the right to park there. So, I mean, you gotta take that into consideration.
yeah.
I mean, something has to be done, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something has to be, because, we have a lot of people my age that don't wanna walk a half a mile.
Me
Right.
too.
That type of thing. When I had the 3 stores on 200 block, she's on the board.
Mary Flanagan.
Flanagan, yes.
Oh, yeah,
The last building to the south, I put in that walkway, if you look at the back, you can walk, and I would invite people in to come down, go through the store, go out the front door. We have to have something similar to that with the back parking lot to figure out whose building can we remodel to that point to bring them in. And at the time, I forget who the renter was, but they approved to do that. So we had a sign out there back, please.
Oh,
If you park here and you wanna go down Main Street, go down.
It's very
That's
civilized.
curious.
Yeah.
So-
If you have any drawings on that, maybe you could talk to Sarah.
I don't remember what I did yesterday.
You are so mean. What are we having dinner
Next to
again?
RCC is that
Yes, that
Billy
little-
Goat path,
Yeah.
that could actually be turned into something to actually accommodate
There's a
people
lot there
parking
that
back
could
there.
be.
Yeah,
Now you talk about the one that goes in between,
Yeah, the
Like
outfitter.
between RCC and the Fox Glove.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it like a little alley? I've never noticed.
It's a Billy Goat
Yeah,
path.
it's a little, yeah.
pretty
it's tucked
tiny.
through
but,
there.
but even the stairwell that comes off the south side of that parking lot goes down and it has a walkway going down, but nobody,
There's no signage.
there's no signage.
no
in
signage.
there.
That's the problem again.
There's
yeah.
no signage, and on that one, there's actually, the light off the American House actually comes on when you come down those steps at
Oh.
night. There's a,
Like a spotlight.
there's a spotlight there that's motion detected. As of right now, it still works.
Yeah.
You didn't know
Well,
that.
you know, we don't have any electricity in it right now, so.
Some cities
nothing's
have.
cleared up. No, you know, it's an excellent idea and we'll put it back in because we need that anyway when people come in and out.
Right, because otherwise it's a
After
dark
dark.
alley.
Yeah.
Turns into a dark alley.
But
So Tom, aside from all of the findings that you've uncovered with the
Mhm.
property, what's just a basic timeline if disaster doesn't happen or
I-
major setbacks?
Well, I'm looking at August of next year.
Okay,
Now, truthfully, I might be rushing a little bit, but
Yeah.
it should be before snow. I mean, the worst part is every time you go in and you talk to the architects, you're certainly gonna find a problem that we have to go back and redo this, and this. And we're not at the point where that's done yet.
Yeah.
So they said 3 months and we're right now into 2 months of design, so I'm hoping in 4 weeks. And then we have 3 months after that for the state to approve the plans.
okay.
So, and that's gonna put us, you know, what I'm hoping to do is get the front done and all the windows changed so we can be energy efficient. Put furnace in it so they can start, they
Yeah.
can't do the walls or anything any of that work until we get the plans.
Yeah, yeah.
But they can do the outside and repair the roof and outside.
All the windows were
And,
stained.
and we can
so
get the parking area
Started.
done.
That's great.
Because we can get an early start on that, but the main building, we cannot do that until after we get state plans.
Why does the state have to approve? It's a naive
It's because of
question.
the size of the building.
Okay,
That goes, we have a wonderful building inspector, by the way. She,
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Oh,
she
she
does a
really is.
wonderful job.
Sue.
And she's got a personality that she doesn't look down at you.
Mm-hmm.
I think she treats everybody, at least what I've seen, she treats everybody the same. That's
She
an
was
opinion,
nice
that's
to us.
the only good one I got tonight. So, the point is that anything over 5,000 cubic feet, you have to go to the state to
understood.
do it.
Thank you.
Is the garage gonna be all brick or half brick or,
It's actually,
'cause I see you
it's,
have,
no, it's
Painted
actually, the ephes like they have on our old accurate control building, the one up
Oh,
on
yeah,
Black Street, or
okay.
Blackburn.
so the upper part would be like that?
Yes, but
like a
it's gonna have the
stucco,
same color, so we match in
but-
it.
Yeah,
Wow.
okay.
Now, just by chance, this week the Commonwealth, or the press, Ripon Press, is taking pictures of what we have as far as the east side, excuse me, the south side, and what it's going to be. Front and then the other side, we're next to Troy's place. So there's what it was and what it's going to be. Now, we painted the building, if you haven't noticed, but you'll see the difference between what it was, because they had so many windows that they blocked up with different brick,
Yeah.
and now it's all the same color.
Yeah.
And you can't see, if you want to study it, you can see it, but going by it, you do not.
It doesn't need to be perfect. What you
It's
did
not
is
gonna
a
be.
great
You're
solution.
dealing with an old building, you do the best you can.
They were incredible painting up,
Yeah, yes.
right to the dark, to dark.
But what's gonna happen is the crownlets that are on the outside, that gets painted black. And the smaller one does, because all the window trim will be black.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything can match there. They did, put a primer on and then they coated it with the whole paint just to get that, but they'll be back next spring to get it black.
For the Juliet balconies, that's, you can open the window, there's a little
There'll
ledge,
be
and you can just
similar
lean
to
out.
12
conserves
inches.
building.
What she's got, yeah.
And we got that all the way around, there's 27,
Oh, my goodness.
and they'll be black also, so,
Okay,
Yeah.
you're just
And
using
have a lot
black
of
steel,
people.
painted black steel on that?
yes.
Romeo. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like very exciting for us to see your development.
Well, if,
Do you think, Tom, would just keep that one way? That's the only way it works?
of going up, we don't have, actually,
I didn't know
I'll
if
be
the
very
city
honest
was-
with you, if the city wants to take on a good project, they can take quite a bit of, right now we have a walkway that goes all the way back,
Yeah.
and then we have the sidewalk. If they would want to take that and make that a two-way, I would be happy with them doing
Oh.
that. Because right now, going up and down,
Yeah, I wonder what.
well, I mean, when you
Say
use
that
it a
again.
lot,
You have to be
there's a
tricky.
lot of waste of time. Because you gotta go around one block to go back up.
Yeah, I
Could you
always.
say that again? I wasn't quite paying attention.
On the property, on both sides.
Yeah,
And even, do I wanna do Mapes, I can, we put a wall. Okay, I'm gonna,
White concrete.
it's this wide now.
yeah,
Yeah.
To go into Mapes, we have the sidewalk and then we have a space in between.
yeah, okay.
Okay, that does nothing.
Mhm.
I mean, we need the windows in there, we want to have that there on the new name,
See it.
what did I name it? Watson Street.
Condos.
Debbie named it, you coined it.
I got Kobe brain.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true, I do. But the same way, we have a sidewalk, we
Yep.
have space, green grass, and then we have a space in between. Well, if somebody would like to, and see that we're gonna do the upstairs, so that sidewalk, you know, we can do whatever. If they would like to take property away from there and make a two-lane road up there, I'd be happy to
Instead
get
of
property on both sides.
Okay,
Glass.
yeah.
Would you give a little bit, Billy, to get it two-way?
To the city?
Yeah, yes,
If you ask me, I'd say yes.
okay, good, now count on that. So if you wanna bring it up as an idea,
Yeah, well,
I just wondered if they had come to you and tried to
no.
do
It's
something.
really great
I
to,
never, Billy, I never thought about it, but now that you say that, I think it'd be better for the city, it'd
You
be
catch
better.
so many people from out of town coming down that
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time.
out of town, forget it.
Every day, a million times.
Oh, boy.
I do it all the time.
That post, the
Give me a
stick that you
ticket.
put your postal in.
That's it.
Get the chief police
That's
here, we gotta
bad.
watch.
who goes up and down, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
sometimes I sneak through Walgreens and come back up to make it official.
Yeah, you come in on my parking lot is what you do.
I always put
Billy, stay
money in
out.
that tin can. Is that your tin can? It's like,
Oh, gosh.
but,
Here
yeah.
he comes again.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the only one.
Oh, boy, I wouldn't even.
I mean, I'm not gonna admit that I do
Yeah.
it, but I may have done it once or
Where's
twice.
it, where's
The
that
garage is 2
walkway?
levels?
Except for
Both
weight.
sides.
The garage, yes. The
So the-
reason it's 2 levels is because we need to have handicap
Mm-hmm.
in there. And if we don't put it in off of Blossom Street going
Yeah.
in, then we have to put out all kind,
So.
you have 1 inch per foot
Yep.
for a handicap. Well, we'd have to have walkways back and forth all the way across that roof to get them into that spot. So this way, with them coming into the lower area, to the north, or to the east, we will be able to get it in there with the right height and everything else. And they go out a door, and then they go up a small ramp, about 15 feet over, and then that comes up, and it comes right into the same level as the door
That's
going into the
lovely.
condo.
Okay, so they enter, the lower level, they enter and exit that same door?
Yes.
So
yes.
they'll turn around and,
No, they back out.
they'll just back,
It'll
okay, they'll back out.
We
Okay.
can't get enough room.
That was,
I was wondering
wondering
if
what
they
they
tried to
did,
get back out
yeah.
on ramps,
no,
okay.
in and out.
Okay,
And basically, you know, I don't think there's that many handicapped people that, let's put it this way, at my age, I shouldn't be driving most of the time. And I don't drink, so.
You're funny.
I'm in the same bracket.
It's true.
I shouldn't.
John, I'll make a motion to approve 230 Watson Street.
Okay, I'll
okay,
second
there's a,
it.
Dave made a motion to approve 230 Watson. I'll
And
second that.
Okay, good.
Billy second that motion. Any discussion? Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Tom.
you, Tom.
You, seriously.
You made this pretty much painless, being able to, Give
We
my point
are
of
pretty
view.
much painless,
Yeah.
except a couple times during the summer. In 2020, was it this year or last year? We had the fight about Black
year.
Matters.
Last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah,
Gee whiz, that was intense.
that sign,
Yeah.
yeah.
Other than that,
No, I love the way it looks. It's gonna be.
I think,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be proud of it when it's done.
Mhm.
Did Deb pick the color?
absolutely.
Oh, God, she picks everything.
Well, I knew that, I just wanted to make sure.
She
Just
calls
wanted him to
Sarah.
say it. No, Deb's her own woman, she's
Well,
got
I'm
it.
glad I went with black, because now it's gonna blend in.
It's gonna look nice,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to
No,
do-
she, I wear the pants of family, she tells me which ones.
Jump how high.
And
That's
as far
very
as mugs I had basically very, very little to do with the building. I mean, the crews know how to do it, yes, but she did, that's her design, she did wonderful. Now she's in the kitchen and she's really doing, she's not, I'm very proud of her, let's put it that way.
That's wonderful.
Great for
Yeah.
you,
Thank you
John.
for all you're doing for
Yeah.
our little
Yeah.
town.
No, this is a payback, that's all it is. The
Well-
excitement downtown doesn't come from me, it comes from people that have buildings down there and are operating. That's where the excitement comes from.
Well, some of
There's
us
a
on the
cohesive
sidelines
collection
are,
of
we're
people that are
excited
doing
too.
it, everybody, it takes a town.
It takes, yeah, I mean,
And it
that's
takes
all I'm
the
doing
guy
is repairing
started.
buildings. That's not a big deal.
It is a big deal, and you should let us give
No.
you accolades.
No,
because
give
it's
them
a
the accolades.
Kudos, many, many, many
He
kudos.
won't take them. I
Good.
tried.
Too modest, I guess. That's-
No, it's,
It's actually pretty though.
I came here with a pickup truck and a car and enough to buy a house. And I've done very well because of Ripon.
Oh, that's
This is a payback, that's all it is. Taking care of what I can take care of. And when I die, you wanna know something? I don't have any money left.
Good for you.
So why not spend it now?
Hey, and you won't have to worry about the debt if you had it.
Yeah, you know, yeah, and then the kids won't have to worry about they have to pay more tax because I spent it all.
Yeah, and you can die peacefully.
It's all good things.
With a
Yeah, it's all
trust.
Good thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom.
I
Thank you.
appreciate your time.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Yeah,
you,
thanks.
thank you. Okay, well, so that's cool, we got one complete.
Yep, 230 is done. 109 West Fond du Lac Street.
So who was that real quick again? Billy and, was it
Dave made the motion.
Okay,
Billy second,
I just
Yeah.
wanna make sure.
and it was
Oh, I already had
unanimous.
it, it's right here. Okay, 2:30, thank you.
We go to.
So 109 West Fond du Lac. White and black projecting sign.
So C you wanna, or B you wanna do? All right,
We're on B, yes.
Okay.
White logo window graphics. And it is for key real estate.
And there's no bracket there now, but I talked to
Sure.
Metalworks, they did these, so
Mhm.
they're going to be, and
Oh,
so,
good, he's still doing them.
yeah.
Good, yeah, I love them.
so where's Metalworks located, dude?
Washington
Just,
Street.
yeah, Washington Street,
Yeah.
just a
Just
little.
across
So
from
is
kitty
that
corner
something
here.
I should know?
Yeah, you
It's
should.
Kim and
Okay.
Ann,
Because he does
and
awesome.
they do
So
all
So this
the
is my
cast iron
building
in
day,
town.
so that's what
Because
they're
Steve
gonna be
needs somebody
putting
to
that
do something at the
for the
historical
sign above the
society.
door.
They're
That
amazingly
same type of
talented.
bracket that are downtown
Really good.
They're
already.
usually have major projects and their timelines are a little backed up, but they are,
Some of my
they are
designers
the real
eventually,
deal.
they get it right,
They are
right?
I would love to just sit there and watch them work all day.
That's the one that's gonna go there.
That's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, he's got them historically perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I just called them and, actually, it was a roundabout way. I called graphics first, because they did the signs originally there. I said, who made the holders?
Mhm.
He said, well, it could have been Polish, it could have been Metalworks, it could have been, he was going down this, I'll have to go back to my records. So he did, and he got me in contact with, is it Mary?
Kim and Ann.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
And so I talked to her, she says, yeah, she's still got everything on file,
Yeah.
so she's gonna make up another one like that.
They're
Good.
incredibly professional and incredibly artful at the same time.
Oh, I
It's
know.
pretty awesome.
So
they're laid
this
back.
is for
He's
one
very
oh
laid
nine?
back.
Yeah.
She's an artist anyway,
She
she
is.
sees
Yeah,
What is the name of that?
So,
Metalworks.
metalwork.
Where is it?
On Washington.
Yeah, right down from the Red Mill building,
One block over.
one block away.
One block over, yeah.
Right,
You
right by the
wouldn't-
creek even.
Yep.
Yeah, Dave, you
Right on
wouldn't
the
even
Yeah.
notice it, because it looks residential almost.
Yeah,
It's right on the left-hand side, and he always has his big studio garage doors open.
Okay.
I don't think they have
You
a
should-
sign
No, I
in
don't
it.
think they do, no.
You'll
What's
dig it.
that?
They don't
It's
have a sign out
impressive.
there.
I don't think you.
No.
So do we have to worry about the height that they're gonna install it at? Because I don't see that on here unless I'm blind.
Well, where it's going, I don't know.
Where it's going, I think it's gonna be high enough.
It's above the doors.
Yeah, because it's above the door, the door
Oh, I-
is 6 foot.
I'm sorry, I didn't see a
Yeah.
picture.
Oh, it's way up.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, will look nice there.
yeah. What is this street that goes in front of it?
That's West Fond du Lac.
Okay, 23, that's cool.
Yeah, right up, yes.
Okay, cool.
It was the pet spa, if you, do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Marcy's Pet
Okay,
Spa, yeah.
I make a motion,
Heavens, nothing.
I make a motion, we accept.
I'll second.
Motion by Billy, second by Dave, to accept the 109 West Fond du Lac Street Certificate of Appropriateness application. Any further discussion?
Terry, what's your timeline?
As soon as they,
For your realtor to be moving in?
oh, he's in,
Oh, he's in.
he's in, yep.
Okay, so this is just the icing on the cake.
Yep, he's just waiting for the approval. Adam's got everything ready to go.
Got it.
Why didn't you just say it was your place? I would've known right
I
away.
should have read the owner, the applicant, I didn't read that, that's my fault.
Oh, I did, that's why I said this is the bracket that's going up there because that's,
Terry, okay,
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay, any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
abstained.
One abstain. Motion carries. So, 321 Watson,
Actually, I had that
owner
daughter
applicant
about
is
this one.
Stephanie Meeker. The description is new signage and window decals on storefront. The sizes are listed, and they all look like, I'm sure they'll fit the zoning ordinance. Susan always checks that. And there is a picture, I believe.
Yep.
So is this for cotton candy or the kids' clothing?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
I couldn't figure out where it was, my daughter had to tell me which
Yeah,
place it
yeah,
was.
this is exciting.
It looks like another, well, that bracket must be there. I think that
Yeah,
they had a
bracket is.
I
bracket
think
there
it is,
already.
yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So she's just changing out the
They're just
sign.
changing the sign and then putting a little lettering in the,
Windows.
Windows and
Windows
doors.
and
And windows and doors.
Yes, exactly.
I'll make a motion to approve 321 Watson Street.
And I'll second that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Motion by Dave, second by Billy to approve 321 Watson Street Certificate of Appropriateness application. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we will go back to which, 210 Watson Street.
That threw me off, because I thought we just did the one for Dietrich's.
I thought we did too, but it's the building next
It's
to
the
it.
one next
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's your
And then when I looked
It's
down
your
there, and
because they own that building.
Mhm.
yeah, I didn't realize.
Dietrich
that.
does?
I thought,
Yeah.
come on, I know that was done, I know we did that.
That's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
So it's right next to Diedrich's?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Dear
where
Prudence.
Dear Prudence clothing
Yeah.
is.
The clothing,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this is the Dear Prudence store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just one building north.
Okay.
Yes, it's 210 Watson.
Am I missing the photos?
There,
I
I don't believe there was any
We didn't
photos.
get any pictures, we just got the sizes and.
The description is replace storefront windows and repaint front of building in the spring.
Wonder what color.
On the
Yeah.
back page she's got Omni Glass as the
Contractor.
contractor. And then the next page, we just have to read it.
It says aluminum framed.
Yes. Glazing for aluminum framing.
They're pretty detailed in what
But
they
it,
do.
doesn't
Yeah,
it say
he's-
repaint front of building?
I think that's in addition to the windows.
Yeah, so I wonder, does she have a color? We don't want any more pink
Yeah, we can't,
craziness going on.
unfortunately, we don't.
Oh, is it out of our realm again?
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
have an opinion.
I
You know
should
what we
be
could do,
king.
if we're adamant about that, we can draft something and we can submit it,
Recommend it?
recommend it. And I believe it has to go to city council and then they would have to
Oh.
approve it and it would be added to what we can
Oh,
decide on.
Sort of.
This time around,
Yeah.
Shelley has pretty good taste, so
But-
we're fine.
I would think that's for a different night to discuss that.
Well, what they're doing here, if you're reading it, all they're doing is taking out existing windows,
Mm-hmm.
putting in aluminum frames.
Yes.
So there will be no color.
On-
Well, it
on-
says on the very first page,
handwritten.
They're gonna
Right.
repaint the whole building.
repaint front.
Okay, they are gonna repaint everything, okay.
And when I hear aluminum, you could interpret that two different
Yeah,
ways.
you could do colored aluminum.
Instead of brushed aluminum,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
you could think of gray,
Either one.
silver,
Right.
aluminum.
So all we really know is they're not gonna change
But knowing then, they're gonna
The
match the
shape
building next to
of
them.
Right,
anything, but
it's
we don't know
gonna
the
match.
color of anything.
Right.
And they did not, and they're supposed to send a photo, so.
Mhm.
But this one is just remove, replace storefront windows. If they wanted to paint, would they have to come back?
Not for paint, because we don't
Right.
regulate the paint. But what
What you're saying.
kind of holds me up is, and I think Dave's alluding to that, is the color of, I mean, we don't know if it's red, white, blue.
Right,
Right.
You know,
framed.
the aluminum frame,
Right.
or just aluminum color.
yep.
I
Well,
thought it was pretty limited
Does
one
Dietrich's
time.
own it?
Yes.
Then they're gonna match what they have in theirs. We didn't know.
Probably, yeah.
But
We can
I
assume
can't,
that, but
I
would
can't
have to
say
say
that,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
What's protocol in this situation for us as a board if we don't have an answer like that? Do we typically hold off a month?
we can table it.
We could,
I asked
We could've-
Eric once
yeah.
what his aluminum was gonna be, and he said it's gonna be one of the colors they offer. And we voted it through. It was black or
mhm.
Brushed.
standard brushed,
Yeah.
or, so they're pretty minimal standards.
Mhm.
There's not a lot to choose from.
Yeah, there's not crazy colors. They're very,
Yeah.
they're very,
there are not.
No.
There's three, what? Silver, probably black and bronze.
yeah.
Yeah, well, they could go, you can go with white,
But,
you know, they're,
Well, I think it's gonna be cool, because like you said, they're changing it all out, they'll probably want it to match.
Well, let me just bring this up just as a question to us as the board, and I'm probably our newest member, so I'm just asking out of being naive. So here we have a situation where we don't have all of the specifics, and we can decide it's probably gonna be reasonable, we could vote it through. A few months ago, I remember there was conversation here about the thrift shop on the 300 block, the Deja Vu, that didn't come to us. They've got bright pink signs out, and I don't know that there's been any, we've done anything about it. I don't know what the flavor of our board is and what the expectation is. I'm not sure I have an opinion, I
At
just,
one time, we were asking them to enforce penalties if they didn't come to us first.
Right.
And that's kind of dropped off also.
well, I have, and I'm not throwing Sue Leahy under the bus,
sure.
but I have mentioned twice to check into that to see if we just forgot that we issued her a permit for Deja Vu, or if she just,
I've gone back through
and I
everything.
have, yeah.
yeah.
So again, I'll write that down and I will contact Sue
And I-
Leahy one more
I just
time.
And
wanted-
I brought it up
consistent.
just
I
because
agree.
other business owners
Yeah.
that have gone through what you and I have gone through and they've gone through have asked, why is Deja Vu is still allowed to be doing what they're doing. And
Plus
that's why I
it's
asked.
so large.
But that's why I asked John about that, and he said he would talk to Sue again, because we not part of enforcement.
Right.
Correct,
Right.
right. We're not enforcement.
So
But I
it's
just
not
think we should
naive.
have some sort of a standard that we as a board hold ourselves to, so that if we approve Shelley, or make her submit the color of the aluminum, we table it for a month, that we can't just turn a blind eye that Deja Vu didn't go through proper protocol.
Correct.
I'm not trying to be a hard ass, I'm just
No.
trying to.
No, 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 no.
You look like a hard ass.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
It's for that
That's covering our,
purpose.
that's covering
I just
our,
wanna make
Right.
sure we're consistent, so when I'm thinking about these things, we.
keeping it fair for
Well, I
everybody.
think it just validates all of us here as a board, if we're
Yeah.
we try to be consistent.
I agree.
We can't tell them anything, we're here to approve, not to tell somebody else.
We can't
We do have a
dictate.
city administrator here
What do you want?
that may, can-
He doesn't like answering questions.
What's up? We're just trying to see if there's a number I could just call Shelley quick and ask her.
Oh, I've got her. Is that appropriate? I could just call
I
her.
think if it, if
Yeah.
if you
Actually, I
have
would
the
say it'd be
ability
a
to
good thing,
call
then we
her
can
and-
run
Right.
this through.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Let me
yes.
just
And
text her.
just double
Because you
check
don't
with
wanna
her.
hold anybody up.
Just call them, because they have the
Yeah.
I
opportunity
make a
to
motion
come
that we
here.
get a hold of Shelley to see if we can get the colors.
I'll second it, Terry. I'll call her.
Just call her.
Thank you.
I mean, that's,
Adam's got quick.
Okay, wait, so who first did it?
Terry made the
I
motion,
did.
Okay,
motion.
Rowita, and then,
second by Sarah.
okay.
She beat me.
what are we,
So
To call.
we're gonna call and then
She's already calling.
we know
so-
we're gonna approve it as long
Yeah.
as it's not some crazy
John.
color.
oh, to get the color.
having that
proper color.
conversation
Got
about
you.
getting some standards for colors,
Absolutely.
historic is a good thing.
Good
Send
deal.
questions to the council.
Put that for next month's
Yes.
agenda. I'm gonna write that down right now.
No answer?
She said
Part
a
of the-
soccer banquet. We're gonna text instead.
Well, part of the thing, pictures or drawings, photographs, and they're not here.
Yeah, we don't have any of that.
And I think we should have those before we approve this, because everyone else has to do that. I don't
And
agree
we
with
have,
just,
And then we
the
have-
other three applicants have it.
yes. I
Well-
think that is
They've been
being
through this.
And
considered.
we've
been
tabled
through
it
it once.
before, we've tabled it
We have been
before.
through this before.
Yes, we've tabled it before because of no,
Yes, sir.
No,
And I think in their defense with this one, I think, some of the signage, yeah, somebody comes in, they design a sign, they put it up, they can get a picture and kind of put it on there. I don't recall what she put forward with her application for the jewelry store with everything. I'm sure it'd be similar.
There were pictures.
yeah, they,
Yeah,
I'm
there
sure
were
they
pictures,
were,
I think
yeah.
there
There were
were.
pictures.
Yeah,
Yes.
there were pictures and there were
If she
diagrams of
answers
what
the question, this is the color and this is the type of, do you want to hold it up? I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Is it,
Yeah, John, remember you came up with the wording where it said it's approved based on us, or based on the color being appropriate?
yeah, we did that for one.
Yeah. And that's fine if they didn't do that,
'Cause
but I
you hate
still
to
think
make
they
'em-
should have sent photos or a
Yeah.
drawing to show that if everyone else does this, we have held these up before because of this. I can't see not or letting this go. We should be consistent.
but are you holding it up for a standard that you have no control over?
Right.
No, we, our,
Color.
but our policy
the standard is the policy.
Yeah.
Here's our policy. They did not follow the policy.
It's on
We
the
should-
application form.
Yeah.
We should ask for them to finish this, not to turn them down, but to finish it.
Sure.
They're not gonna do it till the spring anyway, so we're not really holding anything up.
No, they're gonna paint in spring,
Yeah.
the windows are going in this fall.
The windows will go.
I
So
gotta
it is
believe
this
they're already
fall.
ordered.
Yeah,
If it
because
was-
they wanted to
Yeah.
have it done, because I
But-
talked to Andy.
Well, they're gonna be the same size, I'm sure we're going to approve this, but I just think they should do this.
Well, I'd
the way
like to make sure
everyone
they're the
else
same
does.
size.
Yes, and it says it, well, it does say in here it's the same size.
And they do give the dimensions of the sizes, but
So if you look at the glass proposal, remove current glass. It says so contractor can rework the openings. So what are they reworking? And then it's saying that 2 frames are this size, but it doesn't really say. So they could be changing it up a great deal, or they could be none. If we had pictures, it would be very helpful.
My opinion would be they're just, if there's any rotted boards, you're just gonna replace them, or anything that has to be done. It'd be
So
way
here-
expensive to try to make the windows bigger or higher or any of
Yeah,
that. You
change
just follow what's there.
So here's what the minutes were from last time with the Diedrich Jewelers. Diedrich has proposed new windows across the front of their store, drawings of the windows along with where the windows will be installed, who is installing, and the color of the window frames was submitted and approved.
Yep,
So last time we did have more.
yep.
Sarah did the first motion and then Billy. Yes votes and unanimous.
Shelley
certificate.
just answered, the aluminum will be standard stock black aluminum.
Good.
Are the windows gonna be the size of the existing windows?
I will ask that now.
They're almost 10 feet high, 119 inches, so I,
Yeah. those
but
are
yes,
big.
it's good to ask that question.
And yeah, what they say to rework that, because I know that along that bottom sill, it's
Probably rotten.
rotted pretty bad.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
All those old ones are,
all those windows were terrible.
What kind of banquet is she at?
Well, she says soccer.
That's fun.
Her kid's probably getting some award and now I'm
Right
distracting
now,
her.
yes.
Yeah.
At this very moment, she should be taking
go,
a
everybody.
picture.
And I'll just say this in defense of Shelley. I know her pretty well and she's got a very nervous personality and I give her a hard time about it. The fact that I'm texting her because we're sitting here in a board meeting, she's just probably beside herself.
but she's not like her dad. She's not
She
like
is
Bob.
wound up.
Oh my. So am
Okay,
I.
the windows are the exact same size and footprint as exist now. No change, not even by an inch. She has an image and she's gonna email me right now, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
This is how we
I
start
love
doing
it.
board meetings.
Okay.
Technology.
Why, thank you for your IT savvy there, Sarah.
Oh, yeah, I'm really
That will
quite,
give us
I'm
our
quite
picture
savvy.
then.
And you can
Mhm.
approve it.
Then we can,
Then
Yeah.
you can quiet down back.
How you gonna get it on my paper?
yeah.
Technology, who's gonna do it?
Yeah, if we keep hearing from the peanut gallery over there, I'm gonna get the sergeant of arms here. We'll lose you.
They move them right out.
So glad Ripon's is small. I wouldn't be on the committee.
Well, I love it here. It's-
But to Dave's defense, he is right.
Yes, I mean.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna do it, we have to stay. Simple. We're gonna make a
I'm
motion
gonna
and
be
wait.
about the last building. My building will have the last one that has original glass in it.
Yours doesn't have water collecting the way that your Prudence does.
No, because when I had the furnace put in, I had them cut a heat vent right in front of the window so it would go
Right.
up. Yeah,
And since we've been in there, we don't, whether it's summer or winter, the thermostat stays the same. It just goes from heat to air conditioning. The temperature stays the same.
Mhm.
And we don't turn it down and fluctuate it like everybody else did, so there
Yeah.
is no moisture on those windows
Yeah.
ever.
no.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good.
Well, yeah, that was a big thing, because when you turn it way down at night, you leave, well, yeah, that's when all your moisture collects on your windows, and then that just keeps running down and sits in
Yeah.
the
You do like John and don't turn on at all.
John Porra, yeah,
Sorry, John.
yeah.
You know, but that is true though. It took
That's what
spring
happened
before you
to
could see it.
I know.
Yeah.
I should,
While we're waiting, Billy, do you have a set of scaffolding?
I do.
Could I borrow it?
How high do you wanna go? Oh, you mean for the building?
I need
For
it I need it for inside,
Oh, inside, yeah.
because,
It's a lightweight one, it's a.
yeah, I just need something so I can reach the ceiling and the walls, because I had Service Pro come in and give me an estimate to
Okay.
clean after
Got
Marcy
it.
left.
They're so high.
Yeah.
$5,600 just to vacuum it.
How many guys? 50?
Approve it, no, it's black and the same size.
Sort of $30
Price
in
there.
for our next
No,
meeting,
mine's on
provides with bronze,
big,
we're not
yeah,
saying
if we
forever.
ready-
Oh, that'd be
When they're
perfect for
finished,
that
I'm
back
getting
room, because I
ready to
really
do
only have to do
this.
the back room, because
I think
where
we
the
should.
furnace and everything is, you know, it's all
Will one
collected along the
set-
duct and everything, and I
Will
can just,
one set be enough or two?
I think one set should be enough.
Because in my house, that high ceiling, I can stand on the top and I'm comfortable on the ceiling.
You have any more to approve?
Hey,
That
John,
was
Yes.
the last.
That's,
I want to make a motion to approve 210 Watson Street pending receiving photographs, pictures, or drawings.
Perfect.
I'll second.
yeah.
Okay, motion by Dave, second by Terry, to approve 210 Watson Street pending receiving the picture of the storefront.
Rendering.
And that it's as,
So who's gonna get that?
She's getting it now.
Yeah, she's getting it.
Oh, okay.
She just said to me, it's a really big file, it's gonna take a while. Well, I don't wanna sit here and wait for Shelley's email, I don't know about you guys, but
Right,
let's
right.
get back to life.
So,
Let's get lifetime.
so if everything's is cracked up, which I'm sure it is,
Yeah.
but we just have to be consistent
agree.
here.
yep, I
It's
agree.
So,
important.
and
That's
it'll
a
all
good
be
motion.
just what it says, so
I think
And then
Dave
we'll get
should
it
sit here and
approved.
wait for the email.
Yeah, Dave's got, it's his motion, he's gotta wait
Heck
for it.
yeah.
Okay, any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Adam.
He goes.
Whatever.
But- Okay,
Is that
next
everything?
was Eagle Scout project update. Steve is not here.
I do
unless-
have something to
Okay.
share with you though, if you want to do it now. He put together the historic building signage linked with the QR codes for residential.
Mhm.
So I can give you this. It's going to be a first draft, and they still have to add a couple things to it. But it's pretty comprehensive. It's got a lot of information. It's about $500 per sign.
For residential.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep. Or
Or
like
commercial.
Sarah or Terry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mhm. This paper.
Thank you.
So he said that they're gonna put the payment terms and all the invoice information on here, and then there will be a narrative with the QR code.
Mhm.
But that'll be on an order form that they're putting together down at the Historical Society.
Okay.
So according to that, so if we can wait a little bit to make sure you have at least 6 people, whether residential or commercial, there's quite a
There's
savings.
a huge, yeah.
$100.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge
90,
savings
yeah.
that we could,
Mhm.
Would that equate to if you had 12, even more or less? Would that
No.
No,
add-
probably not, but yeah.
you get enough
Right.
of them, it'd be free.
Yeah.
That's what I'm working on.
Very
Good
funny.
advertising for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that would be.
It's pretty expensive, you know, video upload, invoicing,
Yeah,
yeah.
ongoing maintenance.
Once it's done, they're taken care of. I mean, the store owner or homeowner doesn't,
no,
and for $150,
Right?
to me, it seems reasonable for
That's an
the
easy
life
s-
of the
That's an easy
project.
sell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Providing they hold
Because,
up.
well, because you're getting the sign and basically someone else is doing everything else for you.
Mhm.
You just have.
Yeah, you can't expect it
Yeah,
to
the
be
plan,
done for
no.
nothing, yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't exactly, but I kind of expected that kid to give us a thank you note. That
Yep.
Eagle.
Yes.
It would have been nice, right?
He was very nice when he was here,
He
and I know
was.
he thanked us each time that he gave his little presentation.
I thought he did a very nice job.
Yeah.
He did, I'm not taking
No, I know.
anything away from that.
Right,
just the whole, I'm sure we were the largest donor.
You did a lot of work.
Yeah.
I have photos, does anyone care?
Just hold the phone up.
Yeah.
Good enough.
So this is, they've mocked it up on the front of Dear Prudence, it's the
Oh,
same,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh, sure,
Mhm.
sure.
Technically, it's already approved.
It is, I know, Adam.
Yep, there you go, and now we have it.
Yes,
Yeah.
now everything was submitted
So
tonight.
we're following protocol.
Yahoo.
Our process is a little backwards.
Tell her we're good.
Come on,
Okay.
Adam, you remember it's Rick.
Who's our sergeant at arms?
Right now, get out of here. Put him out.
You're laughing at us.
Okay, thank you for that, Kathy Lee.
Oh, sure.
I think this probably falls in
On the next one.
with the next one, that,
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, that's
No,
fine.
that's
I
all
didn't
right.
even see that.
But did you say that they are making an application form at the
Yeah.
historic? Okay,
Mhm.
that's what I thought.
They're really owning it with this information.
Mhm. And you know about the time that will be ready?
Well,
Because I'm
when
ready right now.
Steve gets his, when he
I got
gets
the money
his,
before Christmas.
You just drop off cash at my
Are
house.
they having Christmas
Soon
this
as
year with
you
COVID?
get your credit card bill in January, you're gonna be broke.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Well, then I gotta pay taxes.
Yeah, I would guess next month, you know,
Okay.
they'll have it wrapped up. He's just been really crazy busy
Sure.
with squirrels and bats. They're having some
I think I'll leave,
issues.
yeah, I'll leave
Yeah.
that on for next month then too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Are you gonna put yours inside the window?
I haven't decided yet.
And Eagle Scout you can take off, I think. We're finished with that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Mhm. Okay, any more on that residential, commercial signage?
I don't have my phone. Does anybody know the date for the first?
December 7th.
December? How'd that happen?
Pearl Harbor Day.
Yes.
Okay.
Just went to the World War II Museum in New Orleans. Very cool.
Oh, that's got, not to change the subject, but isn't that where those Higgins boats were made? Down in Louisiana?
The what boats?
That,
The
that Higgins boats, the landing craft?
The drop down.
You know, they
You
dropped
know,
the,
yeah, I don't, there were like 3 different ones.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. if
I always heard them called Higgins,
Okay,
but, yeah.
there's a couple of them, some
Did you
just
hear
had
him just
people
say-
in it, some had, would carry other stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know where they,
Earth
I know
Day.
there was a shipbuilding thing in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Yeah. I'm not aware of it being made in Louisiana.
Okay, I didn't mean to change the subject. Next meeting, I'm gonna put on the agenda color standards for exterior signage, and we can discuss.
Framework on windows or,
And we can do that too if we want to.
well, we just
Signage?
did it, but I
Yeah.
think we should have.
Signage and,
So they know to
Kind of
come
make it a
to us
little more
with the
clear.
correct. So they don't, we won't waste time deciding and maybe being able to be
And
available to use
window
the
frame.
frame.
Thank goodness that
Yeah, I don't have everybody in my direction.
Sarah has contacts.
That was pretty
I
good.
mean, I get around, but
Am I in there?
we're not gonna talk about that publicly, Billy.
Jeez, Billy.
That's true. Okay.
Okay.
Starting rumors on television now, you do.
Yeah.
I do, yeah, I know, and I'm right in the line of fire
Yeah.
too.
anything else anybody would like to put on the agenda for next month? Any ideas?
Well, we knocked around about the signage thing and the parking and all of that. Do we need to resurface that again and try to get it rolling or something? I mean,
Um,
I know we just brought it up for discussion.
I
When's
think-
the next
Main Street.
December.
Main Street meeting?
Main Street.
Soon, a week or two, maybe this week, maybe in 2 days, I don't know. Soon,
I love this girl.
I don't know.
Well,
But we can add it to the agenda and I think.
They're
just
still
start
having 'em-
Talking about it. We have them in person.
early in the morning though,
We
right?
do.
Yeah, see, that doesn't work. I'd like at least one to be like 5 o'clock or 5:30 or something once in a while because, you know, I have another job, so I can never make it.
Mm.
That's why I had to get off the board because it was cutting into my work,
Oh, yeah.
so it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
But we could still put that on there for, because
So-
you said you're gonna bring it
so
up at the next meeting.
You're talking
so-
about, we would put together a letter, an official letter, requesting information about what is gonna happen, if anything's gonna happen, is that what you're saying?
Well, just so we don't let it die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
Just
If
to
you wanna put
prioritize.
something on the agenda about some kind of
It's-
approval of some sort of artistic parking sign, you know, an historical
Parking.
looking sign. to put
Location
out there.
and
It would kind of be,
look.
fall within us then.
Design.
Historic,
I like the idea with all the
Parking.
different arrows going, it's a great
Sign.
attention getter. Maybe it's backcountry looking, but
on Watson Street.
we are.
One is historical. Oh,
For
Yeah,
downtown.
historic parking signs. Okay.
But in a way, that's kind of a good thing, because when people go round and around and around in the park, they actually see more things that they missed.
So keep
There
them
is some
driving.
psychology to
Some-
it.
Sometimes.
I'm just
Or
saying.
they just get really ripped and leave. They're like, I am
Not
not
after
going around
the, not
this
after the
again.
husband drove 2 hours to get here.
No.
2 hours, come
They're gonna
on.
walk. They're gonna
Letter,
walk.
okay.
No, we've had quite a few people, especially this early fall, that came specifically to Ripon from Madison, Portage.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
We actually had people at the tour that said they saw our sign at the Heidel House. So that's kind of fun, that they drove for that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Word of mouth.
Yep. Okay, well, if that's it, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Dave,
And I'll second that.
second by Kathy Lee, to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
well, I'll get a hold of you then, Billy, if you could get that.
Yeah, how soon do you need it? It's